Welcome to Podquesters, the show that shows you that just any idiot can make a podcast about Dungeons and Dragons. I am your host, Andy Bisaha, and joined with me today is my lovely wife, Sarah.
I thought I was your
Sarah
wife.
Bisaha. No, you are not my wife, Chet. We're also joined by David Budiseski and Mike Addison. But the real star of the show, the person who is most responsible for everything, is our Dungeon Master. And I'm not even going to try to say your last name because I fucked it up three times already.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready, Chet.
It's Moriades. Chet Moriades here. I'm going to be your DM for this interesting pod quest that we're going to be embarking on today, and hopefully for a while, so.
All right, well, let's take it away, Chet. Go ahead and set up the world that we're in.
All right, so try and take you into a little bit of imaginary D&D here, set the landscape a little bit. Obviously, we're going to introduce ourselves, as we always do. So we are in the realm of Neverwinter, and not many of you probably know this, maybe some of you do, but it's like the United States of Dungeons and Dragons. Think of it like this. It's the big continental world area. And first, before we go any further, just want to kind of introduce each character and who we're playing, your name, maybe a little bit of a backstory to it, so we can understand you a little bit better.
All right, want to start it off, David?
Sure. My name is Sereth Wraithfield. I am Aasimar, and I have been sent on a holy quest to find these wanderers and make sure that they succeed at all costs.
Sounds good, thank you. And also, just so everyone knows, because I had to look at it, an Aasimar is like an angelic type.
It's an angelic type being who has roots in the holy, stuff inside the realm. So
Makes sense that you'd be a cleric then.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Cleric of the light.
Oh right, of the light, not the dark.
And he looks at me, of course. Well, then I guess it makes sense to talk about my character. My character is named Heath DeVille. Heath DeVille is a tiefling, which is a demon-type character. Half demon. My dad was a demon, and my mom was a human, and my dad boned my mom. And
Normally that's how that works.
Right, and then I came out, but the problem was my mom died during childbirth. So I totally hate my dad, like a lot. So I'm pretty much like a chaotic good. Like I really want to be good, but
Kind of have that asshole inside.
right. And I grew up as a street urchin as well. So I grew up on the streets.
Enough about you. What about your character?
Oh, right. Everybody's got jokes.
What is your actual class? What
I am a rogue.
Okay.
I am
Makes
a
sense
rogue.
with being a little urchin.
Yeah. Run around stealing shit.
Fair enough. All right, go ahead.
I am Finn Whifflenut.
Man.
Still love that last name. That auto-generated.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I am a wizard. I was in training, but I actually get kicked out for not taking anything too seriously. So I'm just looking for an adventure at this point.
All right.
That's kind of where we're at.
I think you definitely found yourself in the right place.
Glad to hear it.
And go ahead.
My name is John Smith, and I am a female halfling, and I just really care about the puppies and being the greatest little shit of them all. And to help me take care of the puppies, I have communed with nature, and I am a druid.
All right. That makes lots of sense also. Petting the puppies and the trees
Yes.
all at the same time.
Do you
Why not?
take the puppies and then pet the trees with the puppies?
I think that would be more your style, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That
it
would
pretty
be-
much
that would be
is
your style.
my play style.
I just free the puppies from their horrible owners and help them live in nature.
So you took my puppy.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. And we're off to a roaring good start.
All right, well,
Puppy thievery.
none of which was just done by you, the actual rogue slash
Yeah,
thief.
no, right?
You're clearly not playing your role well. Okay, so that's a pretty good introduction. I think we all have a good understanding of who we are here. And as of now, you're all just kind of individuals doing your own thing, happening to be in the city of Neverwinter here. all in the same bar, just having to pass the time. You clearly have no ambition whatsoever, doesn't even matter.
I go where everybody else goes.
And you like found some sort of rat that you was just stumbling into the bar and you decided to follow. I don't know, you may have like saw somebody you didn't like, looked at you funny, so you had a couple drinks in, about to start something.
Halflings like to drink.
Oh, do you
So,
now? That's
yes.
a personal choice. Let's not make it a race thing, okay?
Oh, wow.
I like to drink.
Oh, we
What
weren't
did
talking
we
about
discuss
racism.
before we came into this podcast?
Seriously.
All Hobbit lives matter. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, as you're sitting in this bar here, you are going to be approached. I don't want to say you're all at the same table because you don't really know each other, and you're just over in a group of the corner in the bar, and you're going to be approached over by this dwarf named Gundren, who's, as most of you know, dwarfs are pretty short and stocky. But this guy's got a little bit of like a sketchy nature to him going on. He seems a little like shifty, I'll put it. He's coming into the bar running, heavy panting, doesn't understand what's going on. He just sees you guys kind of sitting over in the corner, and he's like, guys, come over here. And you guys just like, your ears perk up almost a little bit, and he is going to start explaining to you just as if he already knows you, and you were just super confused by this entire conversation because you have literally no clue who this guy is who just stumbled into the bar, panting, looking like he's about to be robbed, and just in complete distress. And he says, oh, you're going to love it. He says that he has something extremely big for you guys to take on. And you're just like, what? We're just having some beers in here. And he goes, I'll give you 10 gold pieces to escort all of these provisions that I have, and I can't take them on. And you're just confused by this whole thing. And he continues on, I have some supplies that you need to bring over to a town. It's a really easy escort, and all you have to do is make sure that they get there. Does anyone have anything to say to this?
I want to know if he's got any sweet gold rings or things like that.
Of course.
Because
I mean, he's a dwarf.
he's got some gems, maybe a little amulet.
So, I mean, he's definitely in heavy armor. I don't think he's going to be, like, rocking his, like, pimp juice ring or anything like that, you know, over his, like, his knuckles. But he probably has, like, maybe an amulet on the front of him.
Okay. I want to try to steal the amulet.
We're literally setting the story here, and you're already trying to steal things.
That's me. I don't do it on purpose. It's like almost like I go into a demon state.
All right, that's fair. If you really want to steal something off the guy who's basically trying to give you something to do and give you money for it,
Which am I seeing any of this go down?
Yeah,
Me
you're.
personally? Okay.
So
Me too.
you can explain where you are in the bar if you want to, but I'm just kind of picturing you guys over in like the bar area, the corner. Some of you sitting at tables. There's music playing in the background.
Yeah, I was sort of drawn to the bar by like a mystic power. Like I knew that something.
You had some like
the
calling.
people
going on.
I was supposed to meet were in there.
Yeah, you didn't know who or what, but you just
Exactly.
had like a sense.
But I'm
little
picking up.
Jiminy
I'm
Cricket.
picking up on his evilness, like wanting to steal from this guy. Can I roll for that perception if I
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
that?
I mean, that you don't even have to roll the perception
okay.
on that. I mean, that's pretty apparent. I think everybody saw
Okay.
that you have some weird ass kind of like stare going on the tiny little, dwarf that just stumbled into the room here. But if
Give me
you
that
really
amulet.
want to try and steal
look.
the amulet that's on this dwarf's, go for it. But you're gonna do it at disadvantage because he literally came
I
right
kind
up
of
to
see
you.
him wanting to go for an amulet. I want to help. Can I like cast an illusion? Like maybe a
Yes.
small puppy? Distract him?
Can you cast an illusion to? I'm gonna say no because you don't even know him. So I don't know why you would really want to even help him yet.
Maybe I'm like
I just
tiptoeing
like
over,
doing things.
and like very obvious.
Okay, no. I
comically.
see him doing that. I want to take out my mace and put it between them two. I don't want to hit anybody, but I want to like make
Like,
it known.
stop him?
Yes.
Okay, so this is clearly tying the two of you together right off the bat. I'm liking that.
Do I get to roll for this or what?
If you want to, you could roll at it, but it's at disadvantage. Boom. Good job. You roll a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
No, I know.
Not only because where you just tried to stop by someone else you don't know, but because this guy is literally 2 feet in front of you and like talking to you. You were the first person he saw at the bar.
So he realizes that I'm trying to steal from him, and
he just goes and slaps your hand out of the way.
I'm just like, I just wanted to give you a little shoulder rub. You look extremely distressed, my friend.
He doesn't believe you. He kind of sees that you like have that
But
weird
I have
like
really
lurking.
good persuasion.
Yeah, not that good.
Okay, fine. I concede, and I guess it doesn't help
that he's literally
that
seeing this and
came
macing in
down.
between it. So if your sleight of hand check wasn't crappy enough, but you just had somebody else intercede in you,
Okay.
his perception was better than your sleight of hand right off the bat.
All right.
That speaks well for your theft skills.
Okay, so with that, he's gonna kind of like stop staring at you because he's just like, what the hell are you doing? And now pan over to you, who he clearly likes because you just saved his amulet.
Yeah.
And says, well, I don't know what his problem is, but if you would like to try and take on this quest as well, I'm more than welcome to pay both of you to come along and try and transport these supplies for me.
See, my guy overhears that, and he's curious for adventure.
Oh, okay.
So he just walks up and stands awkwardly behind you.
Oh, well, hi. That's kind of cool. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, what are you guys up to?
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I got this guy who's trying to steal my amulet over here.
Look, my dad was a demon.
Look, I don't need your
Okay.
backstory, okay? I have bigger problems,
All
and
right.
you can just come on back later. And I have a supply run. I really just need you guys to take care of this. It's super simple. All you need to do is take this wagon of supplies from here in Neverwinter all the way over to Phandelver. It's super easy. I don't have the time to do it right now. And can you do that for me? I'll pay you. It'll be really good.
Easy?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
I mean, you already like adventure, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. This
And
is a
money?
great adventure.
I like money too.
And yeah, 10 gold is, that's like a lot.
So can I hear all of that?
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, what are you doing in the
I
bar?
want
Because we
to-
basically interceded all of these people.
From hearing all of this,
Uh-huh.
I want to join this quest because it sounds like someplace I could really fuck shit up.
Oh, all right.
So I don't say that to you, but that's why I want to join the quest.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking in your own
Yes.
monologue. Like, oh
so
yeah, let's do this.
I'm like, if this is easy, you have my longsword.
Okay, so you're just kind of like, almost similar to you, where you just hear this adventure brewing up in the bar randomly on a Sunday afternoon.
Please don't sue us, Peter Jackson.
So, all right, that's fine. You guys all decide to partially steal my stuff and agree to take my supplies to Phandelver. So I have a wagon waiting outside of the bar, ready to go. If you guys can start on the quest, it's ready to go as soon as you are. That there's a wagon with 2 horses attached, so just hop on in whenever you're ready. If you guys want to get some stuff before you go, it's not that long of a journey, but it'll probably take about a 10-day.
10-day journey.
Hearing that, I grab a bottle and I just run straight to the carriage. 10 days, I don't got no money until this job's done, so I leave off at that.
Oh
I
my
like
goodness.
the way he thinks. I grab 2 pints.
Wow, we're just all stealing the alcohol, aren't we?
But he kind of set the example, so that's our standard.
And run out the door and make sure I get a seat on the cart because I have
Do
really
they make it
short
out the door
legs.
before I can block them?
I'm short. I'm 3.5 feet tall.
I'm like 6 foot, like
I really
4.
don't think I've ever seen so many checks in like an interlude. But you know
We haven't even
what?
started yet.
You know what? I think it's a good tutorial for everyone anyway. So you know what? Both of you, I want to make an athletics check, and
Okay.
if your athletic check beat his strength check, then you make it out before he can stop you.
Okay,
But if
so just
his strength stops both of you, then you don't make it out.
double click the
Yep.
0 I have there.
Yeah, you got no modifier on it. Oh, you suck. What about you? There you go.
What'd you get?
I got a
9.
10. Oh, 9.
And now let me get a strength check from you on your main tab of your sheet. 19, there it is.
Whoa, you got a 20 with
Okay, well, yeah. So as you guys decidedly try to steal alcohol from this nice, fine establishment,
I never said I didn't pay for it. You just assumed.
really, because your idea was coming after him from stealing the bottle. So I'm just gonna assume that you took the role from him, which, yeah, no, that clearly doesn't go
I
well with
thought I
Sarah.
was going to be the insane one of the group.
For real, you're part devil, and you got 2 other people out badassing you.
Out-doubling you, yeah.
Yeah,
just
so
wanna fuck you
either
up.
way, that doesn't go well for either of you, and Seraph kind of stops you right at the door, turns
Can
you
I
around.
grab them both by like the nape of their coats?
Yeah, you have them in hold right now, so
Okay.
whatever you want.
I splashed
I
acid on my
wanna-
coat to free myself.
Nope,
I'm-
denied.
I'm just trying to kick him.
I walked them over to the
Oh
bar.
yeah, you're short too.
And I'm
He's got
just
you like
trying
up in
to
the
get-
Oh
air.
yeah, I'm walking them over to the bar, and I go, I think you forgot something.
Uh-huh.
And I throw my beers on him.
Is there anything on the tables, little pub tables, like a salt shaker, or
You want to steal a salt shaker?
is there a salt shaker?
That's how he
You know what?
summons his family.
I'm gonna roll a d6. Odd, there is a salt shaker. Even there isn't.
All right,
There you go. You got a salt shaker.
I'm gonna take it while his back is turned. Well, Seraph is turned. I am taking the salt shaker and I am putting it in my pocket.
Fair enough. You have now a
Jeez,
salt
yeah.
shaker in your inventory.
done
Great
it.
job.
Stolen.
Feel so accomplished. Stole it. Okay, so everyone's now tried to steal things from people they shouldn't have, both alcohol and amulet-like. Seraph's the only one doing anything productive.
Trying to.
Trying to, yes. Produce this story a little bit more. Okay, so you guys finally make it outside. Good job, you've gone 10 steps. And almost gotten into 2 altercations with yourself and one from the guy giving you stuff.
So we're all.
I will give you the option if anyone here feels badass enough to drive the wagon. Otherwise, you could just get in and I'll let my other lackey drive.
I want to drive the wagon.
I'm just claiming my seat.
Actually, no, I
My
wanna
legs are
drive the wagon.
short. I can't walk.
No, you don't want to
Does
drive.
anybody have vehicle proficiency or has really good perhaps perception? Because if
Yes,
you're
that might
I
be
have
useful.
+3 perception.
I have +3
animal handling.
perception.
I don't know if
this
that
guy
helps.
is the only guy that hasn't tried to do anything evil.
This is true.
And
That's
as the expert of evil things,
a
because my dad's a demon,
Super demon.
he's super demon. I think you should drive the wagon.
You know what? At this point, I don't really trust any of you, but I knew I was getting here for a reason, and I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with driving this wagon.
All right, that makes sense. I like that. The guy who's doing something good, not gonna try and like steal the supplies.
I'm
or-
not gonna drive the wagon to my
Now, with
hideout.
that
Fair
being
enough.
said, what kind of supplies are in the back of the wagon?
You don't
you
know
can
what those
steal?
are. Don't worry about what they are. I'm not paying you to inventory them. I'm just paying you to stand guard on them.
Yeah, inventory.
Can I roll a charm to find out what's in it?
No, you can't.
Nope.
Okay, so you guys start taking off along with driving the wagon. Some of you are going to be marching along, some are going to be sitting in. It's going to be a couple hours before
Shotgun.
anything happens. Okay, cool, you have shotgun, good job.
No, I do want her shotgun because she has animal proficiency, and
Kinda-
these are horses, right?
Yeah, keep
So I
the
want-
animals
yeah.
a little tame, you know.
I got you.
Let's let everyone make a perception check for me. So under your skills tab, there's the perception.
5.
Here we go.
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
Can't
I
tell
rolled
it's
a 3.
holding
I'll
wagon.
take the lower one. It's okay.
Okay.
3.
You got it. Wow. Wow. Okay. So yeah, Heath, you're basically like just dumbfounded by like the flies that are coming around the wagon, not really paying attention to anything that's going on in the environment.
Oh, wow.
But
Look at that one. I'm going to name him Charlie.
Seraph and Finn both happen to know, John, you're basically just as silly. You and Heath
She's watching the horses.
are no, well,
But I'm not
barely. She's kind of
noticing
like
if
checking the
anything's
horse's
going
ass
wrong.
out, or like the tail's just wagging around. Like she's kind of mesmerized by basically nothing useful.
Oh, man.
So I dropped some text in the box so you guys can all see it, and hopefully everybody else can.
Okay.
So you've been on the Tribord Trail for about half a day. You come to the bend, you spot 2 dead horses sprawled 50 feet ahead of you. These are only the people who notice this, by the way.
Okay.
This is specific to the perceptive ones. So you guys over here at La La Land.
Are there flies above the horse? Because I am looking at flies.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
what.
checking
That's
out
all you
horses'
see.
asses.
Oh, okay.
Horse ass and flies, basically, which is close to the ass anyway.
They're
So.
horses.
For the perceptive 2 in the party, good job. You each notice that there's these 2 dead horses 50 feet ahead of you. several black feathered arrows sticking out of them, and you're just very, very shocked by this. So what do you want to do?
So they're blocking the path. We can't go past them right now?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to stop the carriage and we're going to dismount, and I'm going to go check this out.
Okay, so you want to go check them out?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then.
Now, as an idiot, do I notice the carriage has stopped?
Now that you... yeah, I think you kind of noticed that something's going on here. You just don't know what. You see that we're stopped here, and you have no idea. So you guys want to go check out the horses? Or?
Yeah, I want to see how long they've been there.
All right, cool. So then...
I'll kind of stay behind in last place there.
You just let me know when I notice the horses.
Hey guys, where are we going?
There you go. Who wants to speak? I'm not really here.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to be like
no,
telling you guys.
I want to check the horses and see how long they've been there. What do you want me to roll for that?
You don't have to roll anything. You just happen to notice that the saddlebags have been looted off the horses. There's obviously the dead horses with arrows inside of them. And I would assume that you alert everybody else's attention to this who doesn't really know what's going on.
So, do I know the significance behind the black arrows? Like, is there a certain tribe or someone that uses the black arrows?
That would be a check if you would want to roll like a history check on it.
Okay.
I also proceed to just throw myself on the horses and cry.
Oh, the dead horses.
Yes,
I thought
the dead
I was thinking the
The
live
dead
horses that are like carrying the cart.
So I rolled a history check on that.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
Good job. So not only are you perceptive, but you actually know a couple things. So that's awesome. You would know, because these horses are stabbed with these black feathered arrows, that they're crude arrows made of wood, and they're routinely used by goblins. They're not super proficient, high, like steel arrow tip that elves would use.
They're just
or
like
something.
handmade arrows.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know, they're
so
just
I
kind
called
of
up
like,
everybody and said, hey, we have goblins in the area.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap.
Shit's going to get heavy soon.
Is there something I can roll to see if I can find a trail nearby to
Yeah,
Where
you
they're at.
can do that,
or
actually.
where they went to avoid them?
So that would be investigation check, actually.
Alrighty.
So there's a skill for that one. Boom, look at
Okay.
that. Wow, 19. Okay.
Oh,
So you would notice that it seems like there's 4 different trails or sets of like footprints kind of going in different directions from these dead horses that are kind of like everybody's investigating
Well,
right
since
now.
they're just still distracted by flies and
No,
crying.
I
No,
know.
they know. They're over the flies now.
She's
I mean,
crying.
I've
just
already let
said
them
it.
in.
I
Yeah.
said
I look at
Yeah.
him and I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to try to avoid them, or you want to follow these trails?
Well, we have a job we were supposed to do, which is get this to where it needs to go. I think
Yeah.
we should continue on and just keep our eyes peeled out for goblins. Does
Well,
everybody
I
sound-
speak Goblin, so
I think I do too.
you know we can talk to them.
Well, you don't see goblins yet.
Well,
you
I
just
mean,
have
if
some
we
good
find them,
inclination.
then we can and say, "Hey, why'd you kill these horses? That wasn't very nice."
Where are the riders?
There are no bodies that you see on them.
Yeah.
This is weird. Where are the riders?
Oh, yeah. You make that as an assumption. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would
Okay.
be weird.
I mean, that's
What if the goblins took them?
Whoa.
We must save them.
we must save the. Why should we save them? We have a job to do. We were asked to do this job by a very
You're
kind.
supposed to be the good person.
I am a good person, but right now we were asked to do a job first.
I'm
We
gonna
can
let-
come back to this if you want.
They
You guys
could
figure this out.
die.
They could already be dead.
They deserve a proper burial.
Okay. I relent. I relent because even though like I know we have a purpose to go with, I was told that I would have a feeling of where to go from here and I would be guided towards it. So I take this as a sign that I'm being guided towards something.
Like I said, I'll go with the flow, so I'll follow whoever wants to go wherever.
What do you say, devil?
It's Deville.
Okay, devil.
Deville. Do I see any? Are there any like broken branches? Because we're in a forest path, right?
Yep.
Are there any like branches that have been like broken that like maybe they flood this way or they drag marks from the horse? Do I have to roll for that?
No. I mean, you guys have pretty much been studying the hell out of these dead horses, so I'll say that
This horse is thoroughly dead. Thoroughly
High jump, like jump
Super
over trees
dead
jump,
horse.
or-
if you click the red,
My
it'll
horse is
give you a
super
description,
dead.
like a hyperlink to
super
it.
dead.
The riders, you don't notice that there's any like dead trails or like bodies being drugged through the ground or anything like that. So you're extremely confused as to where these bodies may have gone or where the riders are.
I figured it out. It was ghosts. It was Ghost
Wow.
Rider.
Wrong again.
Ah, dang.
Your intelligence score must be pretty low.
Well, okay,
Yeah,
if we go off in this trail here to search for goblins, we're going to leave our carriage unoccupied.
Well, you don't have to leave it unoccupied.
I'll stay.
That's. I will say, first time around, I know our experience
Splitting up
levels
the
are kind of
party?
ranges. Yeah, that's never a great idea. So, for future reference, you pretty much someone will die if that happens because it's just never good. You can. I'm not saying you can't, and sometimes it is a good idea. 99% of the time, it's not.
Is there any place on the edge of the woods that we can successfully hide the carriage?
Yeah, if you want to hide the carriage and possibly make like a little excursion,
don't
try and
know-
go find the goblins, I'll let you totally do that.
Can we try that?
Sure.
Okay, what do I have to roll?
You don't. So you guys just
You just did it.
you just did it.
You
Congrats.
just hit it, and you put
You
leaves
have
all around
successfully moved the cart that you guys were escorting into the
took
woods.
4 sticks and laid them on the cart, and now it is amply hidden.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Well-
Let's go.
I will say, since you've noticed that basically there were goblins here, that goblins did kill these things, they're not going to get some sort of surprise on you because you are waiting for them and looking for them. But they found you. So it didn't take them long for for them to hear you with all the arguing and like crying over the horses and moving the cart around and all of this like shenanigans going on. It didn't take long for 4 goblins.
Just like 4 people saying, I think we should find and kill the goblins. As the goblins are like 5. Hey,
What the hell?
that's not nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna open up a nice little map for everybody here. So this is the fun part.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Are there bushes around us?
Oh, you just hid your cart in a bush. What do you
I'm
think?
gonna hide in a
No, we
bush.
hit our cart with 4 sticks.
Successfully.
I'm gonna go walk.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like kind of crouch to the nearest bush, and I'm just gonna stay in the bush.
Just
I'm
like
supposed to
like
be
a
the little
coward?
shit of the
You
group.
can.
No, it's an easy way out. It's a bush.
On your main sheet, roll initiative for me.
All right.
Boom.
I have 12
I
now.
have like the
Good
worst
job.
computer.
John has officially rolled the highest number. Oh, ouch.
Way to go, John Smith.
You got screwed on that one.
I rolled a 20. All right.
Please, somebody roll higher than me.
I hope.
No, it's okay.
I don't want to start this out.
Oh boy. Well, John, I'm right after you.
Did everybody
See,
roll?
Surf. Nope, Surf hadn't rolled yet. Didn't
Okay.
select it the first time. Nope, you get to go first. Well, technically the goblin gets to go first
That's
because,
I can
you
still
know,
react.
they all rolled way higher than you.
Hmm.
Well, only some of them, but okay, so the first goblin, like you said, 4 of them kind of stumble over from all your commotion, and they're a little bit upset with you trying to kill them. So because of that, they're also not the smartest. They don't really like to talk. They clearly like killing horses. They basically want to kill you too and steal all your stuff, just like you saw before. There was nothing in those saddlebags. So goblin number 1. Let's see. What do you want to do, goblin number 1? Who was closest to the horses? I'm gonna say Seraph.
The dead
She was the one
horses or the live
crying on the
horses?
horses, so she's definitely.
Because the
close.
dead
Oh,
horses, I'm
that's
definitely
true.
closest because I'm on top of them.
Yeah, she's
crying
like
still.
literally crying on
That's
top of them.
that's actually a really good point. And because of that, now you get to be attacked. So good job.
Who, me?
Nope, not you.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
I thought I was killing the bush.
So the goblin number 1's gonna come on. I'm gonna give them numbers to you. It doesn't really help, I guess, for the portrait of your mind, but
No.
they're all kind of just like standing around. But goblin number 1, and it'll help for your tracker because you can read it, unless you want to call them their own individual names. But
I imagine that they have numbers painted on them.
in like in
sheep
horse
in
blood.
Scotland. True
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
Okay, so Goblin Blood Painted number 1 is going to see you crying over the horses that they just killed, and they think it's kind of funny. Hey, you see that over there? She's crying over that stupid dead horse. And he's just going to take a run at you with his scimitar, and let's see how that goes. So what is your AC? And I think he's actually going to miss you.
14.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't even come close. So he comes and he swings at you, and he just, like, completely whiffs, like, right over you. And you're not even, like, moving. He
I'm
just,
short.
you just underestimated how tall you were and just, like, completely went for your head and missed right over it. So, yeah, he's just like, huh! And then just, like, kind of trips on himself and, like, swings himself around. And Goblin 2's turn now. Boop. All right, Goblin number 2.
Now, who's closest to that goblin?
All the goblins are pretty close, except one just ran over to John. Goblin 2, he doesn't want to pick on John either. I mean, he doesn't really care. He's going to let his buddy try and take care of that, but apparently miss. And he's going to see, you know, this archer-looking guy, or excuse me, the wizard-looking guy that's kind of just standing off in the corner, and he's just going to say, yeah, this guy looks like he's puny.
Wait, is he still hiding in the bush?
Yeah, that was in a bush.
Oh, you're hiding in the bush?
Yeah.
That's the first thing he did when we entered combat.
That's true. He did hide in the bush.
I don't think he didn't say he couldn't.
He doesn't see you then. All right, so then he's going to go for Seraph because he also is kind of like, doesn't have any armor on. He's like, looks like he could be easily chopped up and put over a fire. So let's see. He'll go for Seraph.
Delicious smoked seraph. Can almost taste it.
Am I going to have an opportunity to react to his charging me?
He may not charge you, but we'll see.
I have like no health. I'm so glad I'm in the bush.
I'm so glad I'm in the bush.
I promise I'll help from here.
What is your AC, Seraph?
16.
Wow, these guys are just having horrible luck right now. He rolls a 10, and he once again tries to hit you. He doesn't miss, but he just kind of like just glances your side here, and you have, I think, leather armor on, light armor, something or
It's
other.
like light mail.
Yeah, so it just kind of like skims you. It doesn't really do anything. It just kind of tickles a little bit, but it's a scimitar, so not really. All right, and now it's John's turn. So
I have a goblin that's fallen at my feet.
yeah, well, he didn't fall. He just kind of like spun around and, you know, he's standing up. He's just a little like, woo.
I want to try and swing my longsword at his shins.
Okay, that's fair enough. So control click him. Wow, did you just nat crit? You did.
That is a
Wow.
nat crit. So
Well, that works really well with the story with him just like kind of swimming right over you, doesn't it? So yeah, he goes, misses completely, and you're just like, well, no, screw that noise. And you take your sword out and just completely slash underneath him and
Yeah.
get
the
a
sword
perfectly
that I'd
crit.
like to point out that
Is as tall as I am.
Oh yeah, this is true. Your specific
It's-
sword should have been kind of announced just as much as you are, because it had to be very specific. So go ahead, introduce your sword.
I am 3.5 feet tall, and my sword is 3.5 feet tall.
There you go.
So-
Fantastic.
Yep.
Keep
But
in
I
mind.
can lift it because I am strong.
Right.
Yes.
So you roll on that. You hit him. Roll damage on him, which is just the next one to the right of it. Boop. Jesus Christ. Wow. So yeah,
Instant
you
death.
instantly chop this dude in half. You swing at his legs, decapitate both legs out from underneath him, and he's totally, his buddies are like, oh snap, because they just realize what the hell they're getting into here. And with that, you're gonna end your turn and click that little down
Okay.
button. Boom. All right, Finn, who's hiding in the bushes.
Yes.
And
all right.
because of that, I'm gonna give you advantage on it, whoever you want to attack.
Okay, no, this depends. How close apart are all these goblins?
They
all
well,
within-
one of
are
them's
they-
decapitated.
Right.
The other one ran over by Seraph, and I don't believe Seraph is anywhere
Now,
near
the
really
other two, are
anybody
they
else.
within 5 feet of each other?
You know what? Sure.
All right.
Because I want to see what you're.
Sure.
I want to see what you're gonna do.
throw
With it.
acid on
yourself
both
up.
of them. They're just gonna assume I'm not in the bush. They're gonna assume it's an acid spitting bush. So I want to spit acid at them.
Okay, so they're like just gonna come over to the bush and kind of like see what's going on. They hear some rustling or whatever, and okay.
Like
Yeah,
a
so-
freaking
in the face.
Dilophosaurus, just
Oh, okay. So yeah, they have to make a dex save because this is a spell, right? So they're gonna basically try and dodge your acid-ness. So we are going to, let's see if that beats their save DC. Save DC of 13. So that does not. I think it's a half damage on. Hit the red guy for me and read what acid does, or acid splash.
You hurl a bubble of acid, choose one creature within range, or choose two creatures within range that are 5 feet within
Oh, you
5
already read this, didn't
feet
you?
of each other. A target must succeed.
You must have
on a
done some
dexterity
planning.
saving throw. Hey, I'm researching, you know?
All right, I like it. I got to give you credit for that one. I'm sorry. So
a target must succeed on the dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 acid damage.
Okay. They do succeed on it though because their save DC is 13 and you rolled a 4. So it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
Yeah.
They just know I'm in the bush.
You
now.
basically, well, they now know you're in the bush because you just like vomited
They don't think
acid
it's an
on
acid
them.
bush.
But it's like right. Somehow you missed the two giant goblins.
Like,
Are
why
they a
is
little
there acid?
disgusted? Like they want to move away from the bush?
They're probably a little upset. I don't know if they're like disgusted by your acid miss. They're probably just like, what the hell was that? Maybe they think it's like a toad or something spitting at them. And that's gonna end your. Oh, keep in mind anybody can move on your turn as well. You also have movement speed.
Can I move out of this bush that I'm just like right 5 feet in front of them?
He just picks the bush up.
This is important.
Shimmies
I'll just take that
over,
bush and just move.
and then he puts the bush down.
Yeah, no, that.
Scooby-Doo shit.
Unfortunately for you, the bush is attached to the ground, so that does not work.
Can I just run real fast to another bush?
Well, okay. I don't know if the hiding's gonna work anymore. Like they definitely know you're there, so that's not gonna happen.
I'm just gonna. Who's the strongest guy? I'm gonna move behind him.
Uh,
Or go over by the horse by her, where she's already killed somebody.
okay, fine. You move next to the horse.
All right.
And goblin number 4 is gonna try and attack you because you're running away from him, and you also tried to spin on him. So that's just fair for
He's
him,
got
you
a
know.
valid reason for wanting to,
I would
hit me.
agree.
To be fair, they weren't supposed to survive that, so.
So whose fault was that?
Yeah. Next time, roll better.
Seriously.
That was a crap roll.
Okay, so what's your AC for me? Because he rolled a 15, and I think he's gonna hit you.
10.
10, yes, he hits you. So he's pretty upset that you just tried to like spit vomit acid on him and his buddy Steve. And the goblins 4
Wait, I
and
thought there were
3.
numbers.
Wait a minute.
Well, I just
So
gave him a name,
goblin
Steve.
1, 2, 4,
And
and Steve.
Technically 4 is Steve.
Yeah, 4 is.
Is Steve like the he's got a name, so he's like the main goblin guy. He's the goblin. He's David Bowie.
Yeah, well, he could be, but I like Steve.
David Bowie.
So he's gonna try and swing at you, and he's gonna do some damage. Ouch. Okay, so he rolls 7 damage on you.
Okay, so how do I not die?
Well, you stop missing with your acid attacks is step 1. So, how much health do you have? 6? Did you really just get like downed by the goblin? How does that happen? Okay, well, you're gonna get downed. So no one really dies right off the bat. I'll explain how dying is gonna work because,
Okay.
by the way, you're not supposed to die on encounter number 1, but whatever. That's why we play this game. So, you just basically got scimitard in the face by this goblin. And
Whoops.
you're just like instantly incapacitated by this. So he kind of knocks you out. He's got some serious like blood gushing from you.
Do we have a healer?
Luckily you do.
Okay.
Luckily you do. So I think you're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Seraph, it is now your turn, and you just kind of start noticing a whole bunch of this action going on.
Yeah, like-
way south.
Don't I have touch of life or whatever?
Yeah. You do, but you also have 2 goblins that are, or 3 goblins? Yeah, 3 are still alive, and they're not too happy with you. You might want to take care of
How
those
close
first.
am I to these goblins?
Well, 4 and 3, or excuse me, Steve and 3 are not too close to you. 2 is the one who went for you.
2 is the one, so he's right next to me pretty much.
Yep.
All right, so I'm not, I don't want to kill him immediately, so I have my mace in my right hand, my shield in my left hand, and I just want to use my shield to just sort of butt him out of the way.
Okay.
By the name of Horace Ray. just like throw him off.
You already got like the whole set and everything. I love it. And you have a mace, so you don't really have a shield.
Oh, then I have a mace. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna bludgeon him with a mace.
All right, well then, yeah, I'll use my mace and.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll hit. Okay, so then you're gonna roll damage. Click the 1 to the next to the dice for the bludgeoning damage. And you hit him for 3 damage. So
He's
you're
only
gonna.
wounded. That's what I wanted to do anyway. I didn't want to kill him. I just want to wound him.
You're feeling a little upset about the goblins. Don't want to kill him.
That's not my modus operandi. I don't kill them. I just,
you're like
I
Batman.
want them to see the light.
Okay, that's fair. See the light. Well, your mace is showing it to him. So goblin number 3, Steve's buddy.
Now where's goblin number 3 at?
Goblin number 3 is right next to 4, which is right next to
No, he's
Finn.
right next to Steve.
Steve, which is right next to Finn.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just spit on him, so he's like extra angry.
Let's see. His attack was a 17. He's also going to hit you. So what happens is basically when your health points hit 0, you go into like a down state. 2 things. 1, if somebody hits you again, you're going to get an extra death save check. If somebody rolls to heal you, you're going to get a check against it. So you have to roll 3 times. If you get 3 heals, then you're back up and living. But if someone's going to keep hacking at your dead body, it's going to go the other direction, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what do I roll right now?
You don't roll nothing.
All right,
you just
cool.
have 1 check mark on your death because this dude really is upset that you tried to spit at him and his buddy Steve, or he is Steve, and his buddy Goblin 4.
Yeah, dude.
And Heath
Goblins are just
Devell.
really upset by spit.
It is your turn, sir.
Where am I?
Where are you? Tell me. Where
All
are
right,
you?
So
As far as I know, you were by the caravan that was just being hidden.
Oh yeah, you're the one putting the 4 sticks on the caravan.
right,
you did say
so
that.
I am just shocked by this display. Which goblin am I close to? Like closest to?
Hopefully we can get rid of Steve.
I want to say you're not
fucking
near
up
any
the
of
shit.
them right now. Like the party was over, like investigating the dead horses, and you're moving the cart a little bit farther away. So you kind of turn to them, and you see all the action going away 10 feet away.
So the goblins don't know I'm there.
They definitely see you, but
Okay.
like they just haven't gone for you yet.
Am I close enough to get to them
Yes.
and attack them?
Absolutely.
Which one am I closest to?
You're gonna be closest to 3 and 4.
Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
Steve, who's
All right.
to be fair, you better be careful. He rolls pretty well apparently.
Steve is
So-
angry, man.
Screw it, man. I wanna.
I wish I could. Could I rename? I want to see if I can rename him Steve because
I
that's
just-
about to happen.
I want some.
You
Yes, there you go. Look at this.
I need a touch
Steve.
of life over here.
All right.
I'm waiting for
So-
it.
Goblin. His surname is Goblin. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I wanna pull out my rapier.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to make sure that it is razor sharp.
Oh snap.
And I want to go up and I want to slit his throat,
Okay.
grab his head, and slit Steve's neck wide open.
And I thought I was
Wow.
violent.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I'm in a demon rage right now.
I'm gonna give you advantage on that because that is a super awesome description. I'm all for the
All right.
descriptiveness.
Boom.
Killing the only named goblin.
You missed.
Ah!
Even with your advantage, you happen to grab his hair, but you miss his throat and completely give him a haircut. You just basically just short of scalping him, you just gave him like the 3 hairs this goblin has, you happen to cut off.
So, is that worse than spit?
So
Well, to be fair, he did hit him at least. You completely missed.
I'm holding this goblin hair and I'm looking at it, and I look at the goblin, and I look at the hair, and then I put the hair in my pocket.
All right, well that's fair. You know, for at least rolling it, I'll give you the hair. This is maybe like a memento of possibly killing
That's
Steve.
right. So I have hair and I have salt.
You're on your way to becoming an amazing chef.
I'm very curious, like, how many or how big is the pockets?
What?
Like, how many pockets does he have?
Well, it's salt and hair. I mean, it's not like he's not trying to use a rock
hair.
or something.
The
Well, he's
whole
got a salt
goblin in
shaker
his
and some
pocket.
goblin hair right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not over encumbered by carrying those things, are you?
No, I was just wondering.
Okay, well, he's fine. He can carry those things.
All right,
I'm
I
not worried
will
about it.
end
So
my turn.
there you go.
I was just more like wanting to see what it looked like on him. Like,
You don't even
Yeah.
notice. You're you're dead. You know what?
You're super
So
dead.
top of the order here, Goblin number 2. He is attacking. No, he's attacking you, Seraph.
oh thank God.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Well,
You're
dead.
yeah.
Dude, they want
you
to
got
keep
nothing
you
to
on
do.
down apparently.
Well,
though.
you know what? He had to get his attack in because you know what? He's a little upset. So Goblin number 2 is going to take a couple steps back and try and javelin, reach in his back pocket, grab a javelin, and try and launch it over at John Smith there because he's pretty upset that you just like sliced his buddy's legs off and just completely decapitated him and made him a fool.
It's valid.
So let's see, attack. He rolls, wow, 17. These goblins are really pissed. What is your AC? Because I'm pretty sure it's lower than his.
14.
Yeah, okay. And damage. You take 6 damage. Man, you guys are getting beat to hell by these
Apparently,
The first fucking encounter
goblins. Literally
we
the
have.
first encounter.
How do I?
And
goblins,
shitty
these
goblins.
You should be able to
are
just type
juicing.
into it.
They are
Okay.
fucking juicing.
Seriously, they are
Taking some
real
roids.
pissed.
It's an issue.
They're ripped.
So, yeah.
Sexy ripped goblins.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Troy, but it's basically like the Brad Pitt movie
So it's a
scene where
bunch
he just
of-
like
bunch of
straight
Brad
Achilles
Pitts.
is this thing.
Bunch of Brad Pitt.
No, I was
shaped
going for like
goblins.
the javelin throw in that scene where he launches it across the battlefield and just nails you right in the chest. And yeah, so you tend to take some pretty serious damage. You're kind of take a couple steps back from this just javelin sticking out of your chest now. Pierces your armor and you got blood gushing everywhere. But it's your turn, so what would you like to
I
do?
use my +5 on medicine to heal myself?
Is that a skill?
Yeah.
No, because that's medicine checks are actually used for healing him.
I would appreciate that too.
I
Yeah.
have javelin
So-
sticking out of my 3.5
Medicine
foot
checks
tall
and stuff like that
body.
are things that more take time. It's not really like an action skill.
It's already hit her.
If you had like a potion,
It's not like it's like.
which instead of stealing alcohol, potions probably would have been a good idea.
Then
But
I have to search people to find the
you could
potions.
have just bought them.
The beer was
Yeah.
just right there.
Oh man, we totally could have bought stuff.
Yeah, yep. You
I
were
have
you were
a
in quite the
high-
large town.
I didn't have any money, hence why I started to steal alcohol.
Fair enough. He has an excuse. You're dead. So, what else you want to do? Maybe
So-
like try and attack the goblin who just threw a spear at you.
But I also have javelin sticking out of me.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Smack it.
Break it off you or
Just
something.
Smack that goblin.
Please don't make that motion.
Smack.
Can I pull the javelin out and try and throw it back at him?
I wouldn't suggest that. I don't know how great you are at throwing this javelin, but if you want to, sure.
I don't have any addition to athletics, so I probably
I don't have
should.
any skills in javelins.
I'm pretty sure you're not proficient in them.
I'm not proficient in javelins.
I am. Proficiency is javelins.
Okay.
Holy
Boom.
How serendipitous.
Seriously.
I'm just gonna go for it.
All right,
Why
so
the fuck not?
so target him and roll a d20 with a +2 on there. Boom, boom. So you pull this javelin straight out of you and decide to try and throw it back at him. Give him a
then
little
you said
tease. Yeah, with the
D20?
+2, roll a d20 for me. 8, 10.
Uh-oh.
So you miss. The goblin sees you pull this javelin out of you, and whether you're just winded from pulling a javelin out of yourself or the fact you're not nearly as proficient as you think you are, you happen to launch this javelin right at the goblin, and it just goes way wide, like 10 feet over his head. And he just kind of chuckles at you. Nice try.
I still have movement, correct?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want to just start running at him.
Okay. Towards the fire. All right, sounds good.
Oh boy.
Okay, it is Steve the Goblin's turn. Mr. Steve Goblin. Okay, he is going to target Seraph and try and kick him in the face.
Stick in the face.
Not really. He's going to
Jeez.
actually just try and smack you with a scimitar.
Oh.
Oh boy.
prefer
And
to
he rolls a crit.
We're all gonna die.
This first episode is golden. And one and only.
This is a one shot now.
All right, so he's gonna roll damage on you. And just so we know, when you roll criticals, there's like a crit table. A magical awesomeness can happen, or if you roll a 1, a magical badness can happen to you. So he decides, he rolls a 20 and turns the tide, in addition to his standard critical hit, which is double damage. Yeah. You're gonna gain combat efficiency against all enemies on the battlefield until the end of your turn, so everybody else is probably gonna have disadvantage against you. So Steve the Goblin has a name for a reason, and you guys are finding this out really quickly.
Wow.
Dying.
So then, yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, when your DM just doesn't like you guys, it pours.
Thought we were friends, man.
Not today. Steve says no and ends his turn. Wow, there's your death save right there. Okay, good. So like I said, initially when you go down, you have to roll to save your life. You get like a chance. We don't like to just instantly kill you in 5e. So that's no fun for anybody. Well, make all that time to spend making a character and you're dead.
And you're dead.
So you roll like a death save. So that's what you can see death saving for Seraph there. So it is not your turn. Next turn, Goblin number 3. Man, all right. Basically only a few people left here in the party. I wonder who he's going to go for. Heath Devil.
It's Deville.
He doesn't like your name. Yeah, like Cruella. Goblin number 3. I don't think you were that close to him, so I'm pretty sure he's going to try and have to use some sort of a short bow on you, and we'll see how that goes, because I don't think it's going to work very well. And he rolls a 9 and misses you. So he pulls out a short bow, and he's like, you know what, I'm tired of everybody getting slashed up and thrown into javelins. Let's try good old Bessie. And then he pulls out his short
Good
bow.
old Bessie.
His short bow. And tries to pull out an arrow just like he did to those horses, but clearly you're a little bit more nimble or not as big of a target. So he shoots clear over you and misses with no damage to you. So it is your turn, Heath.
So I noticed this goblin trying to murder me. So
Yep.
I'm gonna hit him with a rapier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look him in the eye and say, "You motherfucker." I don't take kindly to that. And so here's my dagger rapier. It's coming for you. And then clearly he doesn't believe me.
He doesn't.
So I'm gonna
Goblin
go-
3 is completely unfazed by all
So
of
I'm
this.
gonna I want to kind of like just ram it into his gut.
All right. Go ahead. Roll an attack on him. That's a good roll.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank
So then
you.
roll your damage. Nice. And you see Goblin 3 take out his bow, miss you. You are extremely pissed at him. Take out your rapier,
right.
stab him
That's right.
right in the gut, and you just basically completely, yeah,
Just it.
that's enough to get all of his intestines out. Like he's just
Right.
just pouring out.
Wrap it up like some spaghetti. Pull it out.
Well, don't eat that. That's not good. And you just completely annihilate him. So he's just keeled over, dead.
I killed him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's dead.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it says damage
All right.
exceeds hit points.
By 3, dying.
I did it, guys. I
Yep.
saved the day.
Yeah, we still have 2 more to go
I
here.
still saved the day.
Including Steve the Goblin.
Steve,
who's
the infamous goblin.
completely healthy.
Yeah, he's alive and kicking, guys. You haven't really had, besides
And
a
it's
mere
just
haircut.
you and me, and I'm wounded.
Yeah. So, Goblin number 2, I think who threw the spear at John really,
Yes.
really well.
And
He's gonna.
I'm running at him.
Oh yeah, you're within like melee combat range now, so he's just gonna say, okay, well, you can't throw a spear. You probably can't attack me so well in close combat. So he's gonna try and hit you with his scimitar, and hits you, and you are gonna go down.
All you.
I'm sure. Wow.
Yep.
Yep, it's all you.
Yeah, and you go down super hard. So Heath, let's see how devilish you really are here. Unconscious. So there's your death save, John. Fantastic. You made yours. So if you roll above a 10 or more, you make the save. Below that, you do not. You got to make 3. So there's your first one. Finn, why does it not say that you made your save? Roll a d20 for me.
Oh god.
There you go. 14. You made it. And Steve's turn. So Steve, who was just recently given a nice haircut and then abandoned out of nowhere and decided to be his buddy get targeted. You're the only one left, Heath, so he's going to have to come after you. And he's not too happy about it. He's going to try and hit you with his short bow. Wow, and hits you.
I've been hit.
You
Yeah,
have been hit
we're
for
all
5
gonna die.
damage. This is
All
epic.
right.
Okay.
All right,
We
so
have like 3 hit points left.
Seraph, your roll. Success. Great. Good job. Heath, it is your turn.
I'm pissed.
I bet, man. They have literally annihilated your entire party.
I'm gonna take a second and I speak Infernal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, "This is for you guys. I really don't want to do this," and I just start speaking in my Infernal language and basically praying to my dad
That
Oh
you
boy.
hate.
that I hate,
But you got like some sort of weird demonic thing coming over you here.
and I'm just like, "Give me the power to kill Steve the Goblin." I can't believe I'm using this now.
Oh boy.
At episode 1.
The trail.
I go and I want to like uppercut him from his groin and go all the way through
Oh,
him
snap.
With the rapier?
with the rapier.
That thing better be
That's-
sharp. Roll.
it
I'll give
is.
you advantage on that because you clearly have some sort of empowerment going on.
That's
They
right.
grant you that empowerment.
That's right, I do.
Roll that attack on
Here
Steve.
we go.
He says, "I'm going to get you a little bit more than your hair this time." That's a hit. And roll damage. Oh yeah, and that's max damage.
Nice.
Good job. So, after commanding this very demonic, yeah, be happy about that. Very demonic incantation to yourself, watching your compatriots drop left and right, you just charge back over to Steve and completely chop him in half from the bottom all the way to the top. And his completely shaven head just launches off to the side off the trail.
That's how it's done, kids. Stay in school.
And Steve is donezo. All right, there's only one goblin left after that, all of this. And let's see, he is not targeting John. He is going to be targeting you, Heath. And Goblin 2 is nowhere near as pissed as you are, but he's a little upset because you also just killed his three friends, including Steve.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he's going to try and hit you with his scimitar. Roll an attack on you. Oh my God.
Oof.
And he's going to hit you. He's going to hit you. And damage. Oh my
Well, we're
goodness.
all dead.
He kills you.
And there was one.
Oh
did it, you guys.
my goodness. What a great campaign.
Wait, is
Wait,
he
are we
done?
seriously all dead?
Well,
Yeah.
technically you're all unconscious,
Okay.
but you can't do anything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, everyone, this has been the first episode of Podquesters. Please join us next week to see,
Your burial sites.
right, come to our funeral.
Yeah, the services will be attended to. Bring flowers.
Make sure to check us out on newradiomedia.com. Thanks for checking us out. See you later.
Take care.